Hey, this is Dr. Ray Powell. So this concept I'm going to give you is called the protein metabolism requirement. This is one of the foundations of the word SNEAL that I use for weight loss. And the most important aspect of this with weight loss is, what are you losing? Are you losing fat or are you losing muscle? And this is the foundation of a lot of the science behind this. So the real question is, what protein do you need is dependent on the ideal body weight of the individual. So this is going to be for a 190-pound ideal body weight. In all of our science, everything is done in kilograms. So up here in the corner, you'll see that to convert it, it's 190 divided by 2.2 equals 86 kilograms. We're going to use that as your ideal body weight. And there's two equations. The first one's kind of an academic number, but it's important to understand the minimums. At a minimum, what the scientists say we require is we require 0.8 grams of protein times your ideal body weight in kilograms. So this is the minimum we need to not lose our muscle mass, to make sure our muscle, our hair, our skin elasticity, immune system, all are functioning appropriately. And so at a minimum, for somebody with an ideal body weight of 190, you need a minimum of 69 grams of protein per day. Most people don't even get close to this in American nutrition. But you're not at steady state. If we're going into a weight loss mode or other stressors that we all live with, there's going to be an increase in protein requirement for the requirements of the stress. So there's a range, and it's 1.2 to 2.5 grams of protein times your ideal body weight in kilograms. Now, this is an intensive care unit burn patient, so thank God you're not one of those. This is a professional bodybuilder, so thank God you're not one of those. Just for a minimum of a weight loss to protect muscle mass, you need 1.5 grams times your ideal body weight. So when I do the number on this, everybody wants to raise their eyebrows and say, oh my God, that's a lot of protein. This is not a lot of protein. This is what your body's going to need protein. If you don't get this and you're losing weight, you're losing muscle mass, your hair is going to fall out, your skin elasticity will sag, your immune system will be deficient. So at a minimum, in a stress like this with weight loss, you need 129 grams of protein per day. And everybody goes, oh my God, that's a lot of protein. Call 911. Dr. Powell's crazy. He needs a straitjacket. But it's not. It's what your body needs protein. It's just nobody ever teaches us this, and the food industry doesn't feed us like this. So if we take this number, it sounds like a lot, but I'm going to convert it back into calories to give you an idea. Each gram of protein has 4 calories in every gram. So if you do the math on this, that's 516 calories of your day needs to be from protein. Now that doesn't sound like that much, but when you look at this number at 129, everybody wants to call the cops. But what about carbohydrates? Nobody says it has to be 0 carb. What if we just make it equal? Okay, now for most people, 129 grams of carbs can be a low carb because most people are getting 400 grams. But it's got the same math. Now if you eat them at the same time with the protein, it stabilizes your blood sugar, it makes you feel fuller longer, keeps the insulin levels down, and it protects your muscle mass. So that's going to be the same math at 516 calories per day from carbohydrates. Now, nobody says it has to be 0 fat. The reason we're trying to keep it down to a lower fat is not because it's good or bad, it's because it has 9 calories in every gram. So if we can keep this low, you can eat twice as much of the protein for the same calories. So for men, if we can keep you at 40 grams of fat or less, you're doing amazing, because most people get 100 grams. That's going to be 360 calories per day from fat. So in a perfect world, this is the absolute minimum for men. And this is why we never take any man below about 1,400 calories. So if you add this up, this is 1,392 calories per day. Okay, now this is a very small amount of nutrition for a man. It depends on their activity level, but I really never take any man below about 1,400 calories. But it's got to be damn good food, because if you're not getting the adequate nutrition, you're going to not feel right and your muscle mass is going to be deficient. So what I'm going to do, and this is kind of the rest of the story, is I'm going to draw some pictures over here. The rest of the story is this. For men, it's a little bit different than for women, but for men, you can't consume more than about 35 grams of protein in one sitting. If you do, you're going to have very expensive poop, and you're pretty much going to overload the system. So we have to spread the food out. So if we use an example of what we call Jumpstart, okay, with Jumpstart, what we're doing is we're spreading the food out. And so let's say we give you one decent meal. At the end of the day, it can also be at the beginning, in the middle of the day. So let's say it's 400 calories and 35 grams of protein. Now, to give you an idea of that, a chicken breast is about 25 grams. So this would be like a chicken breast and a half. Okay, so if we look at that, we know you're getting 35 grams, but we know you need 129. So that means that you need another 94 grams of protein spread out throughout the day. So within an hour of waking and about every 2 to 3 hours, guess what we need you to do? We're trying to keep the metabolic rate up by feeding on a regular basis, but we're trying to divide that up, so you need to eat. And this is where the word, the SNEAL, comes from. It's not a snack, it's not a meal. These are quick, convenient little morsels of food. And with that mathematics, each one of your SNEALs would end up being roughly about 19 grams of protein each. So if you have 5 of those, that equals roughly the 94 grams of protein plus the 35, so you're getting what you need at about 129 grams. If each of these SNEALs is roughly 200 calories and you do 5 of those, then you're getting 1,000 calories there, plus the 400, you're up at 1,400. So I wish it was as easy as just saying stop eating and go exercise, but you can see you have to eat, and we're trying to get that adequate protein in. So every time you eat, your SNEAL needs to have about 19 grams of protein and about 200 calories. Now, women, it's going to be significantly less because they don't have as big of an ideal body weight. So everybody's numbers are different. This next one is called a modified jumpstart. What this is we give you more grocery food. These are going to be protein supplemented foods and things that you're going to have to put together. But let's say we have, a relatively small lunch at 350 calories. Let's say it's 30 grams of protein. Let's say you have a dinner that's 400 calories and 35 grams of protein. So you've got 65 grams of protein and you've got about 750 calories, right? Well, we know you need 129, so you're needing more additional protein. So if each one of these SNEALs here, here, and here are about, let's say, 21 grams, you're getting right there 63 plus the 65, you're doing pretty good. If these are about 250 calories, so you're going to see they're going to be a little bit larger, then you're getting another 750 added to that, and you're up at about 1,500 calories. So the golden rule is this, and this is where all this math and everything can be brought down to 2 sentences. The lower you go in nutrition, the more often you need to eat, but the higher quality it needs to be. And people do food logs for themselves all the time, and they try to eat or they don't eat. They think they're doing really good, but they really don't have a clue what they're doing. So even mapping this out just for a day or two to see where you are, there's not going to be, I know there's not a perfect world. It's trying to get close to this because it's amazing how much better you'll feel. Your blood sugars will stabilize. Most of the diabetics I have, their insulin levels are cut by 50%, and they have more energy and they're losing weight. So it becomes an important concept of the SNEAL is this protein metabolism requirement. It's a lot of math, but you can listen to this audio video multiple times to help you out. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me. So this is Dr. Ray Powell. Eat right, live right, and feel right.